Hey guys, Troy here, back with another video today. Today is a very special video. You guys, we did it. 1,000 subscribers. I'm honestly like so thankful. I'm really not just saying that. I started only, I think like a couple months ago, like 3 months ago, and to now be here already, it means the world to me. And the subscribers, I really feel like we have a community here. Like I see the same people, we have nice conversations in the comments and everything, so I'm so happy. Thank you so much. I couldn't have done it without you guys, and I'm really proud and excited, and hopefully we get to keep growing this great community we have here. And just as a little token of my appreciation, we're gonna have a giveaway. The first thing we're gonna be giving away is, it's only right that the giveaway is our two meme guys on the channel. We're gonna be giving away a Tyler Hero Prism base rookie, and also a Bull Donruss base rookie. And second up, for maybe some of my soccer viewers, soccer subscribers, I'm gonna be giving away two Camavinga Topps Living rookies, and I'm also gonna throw in a couple of basketball rookies, like I think I have a DeAndre Hunter and Roy Hachimura. I apologize for not having a better soccer giveaway, but really like those are the only soccer cards I have that are in a reasonable price point, because all the other ones are off at grading. But hopefully you'll still enjoy that. But if you want to win either of those, first of all, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure you like, and then also leave a comment down below. I think there's like a random comment picker I can use, and we'll determine the two winners from that. And also, you guys, if you're feeling really generous and you want to make my day even more, me and my girlfriend just came back from a very nice vacation. She also has a YouTube travel channel, so I'll link it somewhere here or there. But if you guys could go like and subscribe if you enjoy to that channel as well, I'd really appreciate it. But alright guys, sorry for the long intro, but I think it was justified. We had to celebrate this nice occasion. But today we're going to be talking more about basketball cards, and specifically about, is now already the time we should be selling. These past few weeks, the basketball card market has been on fire. And let's take a look real quick at a guy like Trae Young. His Prism PSA 10 prices have been surging strongly upwards, and even though there's a tiny bit of a dip there at the end, I think there still might be a little bit more room for it to run. So a lot of people are looking at charts like this, and especially if you bought out further out there, your profit margin is really high. So a lot of people are saying, okay, this is it already, it's time to sell our Trae Youngs. And if that didn't convince you enough, let's compare it to a sport I don't talk too much about on this channel, but I still definitely have some knowledge, and that is football cards. Let's look at Patrick Mahomes Optic PSA 10 graph. This card got up to over $1,500, like right at the start of the season or right before. And now more recently it's back down to $800. And this doesn't have anything to do with Mahomes' play. You know, he is, I think almost everyone would say, the best quarterback in the league. His team is doing well. Once again, I'm not a football expert, but I have to imagine how they've played and how he's performed has at least been in the realm of expectations. But even still, he's lost almost 50% of his value since the start of the season. And that has nothing to do with his performance, because it's a similar story, if not worse, for a lot of these football cards. And real quick, once again, without even pulling up another chart, some of the highest prices we saw were right at the beginning of the bubble, or during like their first games. That was really a window where it would have been a good idea to sell for most people. But also to balance it out, sorry for being heavy on the charts, but we have two more that might serve as kind of counterpoints. Let's look at Ja Morant Prism PSA 10 graph. If you see here, there definitely was a dip after the season, and it's risen a little bit, but it still is not up to the highs of the bubble. And even if you bought at the very bottom, it was about $400, and now it's up at like $480. So any profit is good profit, but especially after fees and everything, it's not like you're making a killing on this card. And one more for my guy Card Hour, because he was talking to me about potentially selling or holding this card, Lauri Markkanen Prism base PSA 10. This may seem like a random choice, but once again, this was from a conversation I had with Card Hour, and I was talking about guys that you think may outperform expectations. The non-hyped guys, the non-Trae Youngs, because it's a similar story across the board. They've risen a little bit, but you haven't seen much movement from them. Because you look at this graph here of Lauri Markkanen, there's little peaks, little valleys, but in general, the trend is even. So, okay, we looked at the data. What do I think? Does that tell us we should be selling right now, or we should be holding, waiting for, the big boom? Sorry, as always, guys, for not giving you a straight up answer, but I really do think it's a little bit of both. For instance, with that Trae Young graph. If you own some Trae Young, I think you at least have to think about selling some of it. Because although I think Trae Young will do big things this year, he's not going to make the playoffs, yet alone do something like win a championship in the first month of play. So I'd be very surprised if we don't see some sort of cool off similar to Patrick Mahomes, maybe not as steep of a decline, but I still think there will be some. So for me personally, if I own any of these hyped guys, which I do, Trae Young, Zion, I'm looking to capitalize on the hype. If you've made a good profit, if you have a return you're comfortable with, I think it'd be smart to look into moving some of them. We've seen this trend before and before. When the hype is the strongest is like usually at the beginning of the season, when people are really excited, they're doing their buying for the season. I think that's a good opportunity to move some things. And there might even be, like you said with Mahomes, if you believe in Mahomes, it's kind of hard to thread the needle, so to speak, and get him at the exact right time. But you could have sold your Mahomes at the beginning of the season and then bought back in for 50% of what you sold it for and still had, some stock in Mahomes if you believe in him this season or long term. But as I said, that's really hard to do, so I'm not necessarily advocating that, but I'm just saying it's possible. But for me, if you really believe in the player and you believe he's undervalued right now, I'm not advocating buying any of these guys in particular, but like I mentioned, Markkanen, John Morant hasn't risen that much. As much as I hate on them, if for still some reason you guys love Darius Bazley, none of these guys have really risen much. And as we saw with Bol, our little giveaway guy, you can potentially make a great profit if you identify someone and they have a real moment where they perform. So I'll kind of try to boil down my answer real quick. I think both extremes would be a mistake. If you're deciding to sell off every single card you owned right now or in the next week, I would say that's probably a mistake. But also, if you have a bunch of Trae Young and Zion and some of these guys who have really risen recently, I think it would also be a mistake to say, I'm not selling anything. It always comes down to have a plan, guys. If you have some of these, under the radar type guys and you're waiting for them to have a moment to sell, hold on to them. If you bought Trae Young, not to toot my own horn, but like I said, knowing that the hype was coming, that was my plan. Buy Trae Young, and the hype before the next season is going to be really strong, so lock in some profits then. That's what you have to do. So I guess short answer is think of your plan, think of what's going to happen to this player, and implement it accordingly. You don't have to sell it all, you don't have to keep it all, but just look into it. Every player, every situation, every person is different. But thank you guys so much for watching again. Thank you guys for 1,000 subscribers. Like and subscribe. Check out that travel vlog. Hopefully you enjoy. And make sure to comment down below so you get entered into that giveaway. Thanks for watching, guys. We're going to keep the videos coming.